This is Mel from Bengal Whisper. Welcome to Bengal Whisper. From Bengal Whisper, I hope all of you are doing awesome. Today I'm going to do another paranormal slash ghost story. The name of the story is Amina's First Sleepover. So, Amina was an extremely happy child, and she was born and brought up in a middle class family. And her mother was a private tutor. She used to teach kids in their homes, sometime in her own home when she couldn't go to her client's home. And her dad used to work with the government, and she went to local government school, and she used to go to a nearby park and play there, and she had many friends and she was very friendly. So her mom used to tutor a young girl. Her name was Zera, and Zera's parents were very, very rich. And Zera's father had a huge car dealership. So they had a house in the city, and they had a huge palace-like house in the countryside. So Jera sometimes used to come to Amina's house to learn from Amina's mother. Amina's mother was the tutor, and sometimes Amina's mother used to go to Jera's house. So it depended. If she could go, she went. If she couldn't go, Jera came. And Jera had her own car and driver. The driver drove her to Amina's house. Amina always dreamed of someday going to Zera'S house, because Zera was very rich and this beautiful house. So gradually Amina and Zera became good friend and then best friend. They were the same age, even though Zera went to a very upscale private school and Amina went to a government school, but still Amina was much more bright, intelligent, and Amina knew a lot of math and English essay writing. She could help Jera with. So while her mother was helping, and she used to help as well. So one time Jera uh, requested Amina's mom if she could let Amina go and spend the night in their country home. So their country home was a little bit farther than their city home. So Amina's mom agreed, because she was teaching Jera for last 2-3 years, and she knew the family, and she knew that this was Amina's dream to go to Jera's house and spend the night. So this is like a dream come true. And their country had a big house, and this house was basically looked after by the maids and servants. And sometimes Amina's parents, sometimes Jera's parents went there, and Amina's parents also went there and saw the house once, and it's really huge house. And Jera's parents were really nice, and they told them that if they ever wish to go to country and spend a couple of days, they could do that and spend in their palace. Jera's parents does not mind. So the day came when Amina was supposed to go to Jera's house to spend the night, and she was so excited. And then Jera came with her driver and the car, and Amina kept her bag and everything packed to spend the night. And Amina's cousin Nusratsi came from the village, and she wanted to go too, but Amina said no, this is our time together. And Jera actually did not invite the cousin, so it'd be rude for her to take the cousin without an invitation. So she said, no, you just play with the neighborhood kids and I'll be back tomorrow, and just overnight sleepover, so I'll be back tomorrow. And then Nusrat felt really sad and she was crying that she couldn't go to see the big house and have all the fun, which normally they could not have because they didn't have all that money. So anyway, they went to the countryside home, and once they went there, they found out that Zera'S parents are not going to be there. They're going to attend some business deals, and they're out of town for the night. So it was just Zera and Amina in this big countryside house, and also they had lots of maids, servants, babysitters, and many other people to take care of them. So while going on the road, they stopped by at a coffee shop where they had some sugary treats and all that. And then they did some more shopping, and then they went home and they together ate and played around. And Jira showed Amina pretty much everywhere, and the house was huge, so it took about a whole evening just to show her the house and the backyard and everything. And at the end, they came to the basement. Now, this basement was very unique because from every room from the house there was some sort of exit to the basement, and this basement was very big, and that was their storage basement, so they stored many things under there. But basically it was hard to find anything because everything was stored there and you wouldn't know where to find what, even though they were very organized. But there were a lot of things, and this basement had many entries from the upstairs to the basement. Amina really wanted to go see inside. Jira just saw her a little bit opening the door, and then she said there are many entries from upstairs to the basement. But Jira did not want to go because she said the basement really looks spooky and there are a lot of bugs, spiders, and things. So we won't want to go there, and that's sort of like a forbidden area. Her parents told her never to go there, and also the workers, the maid and servants told them not to go there. It doesn't feel very safe. Anyway, but they knew how to get there, and they have seen all the path leading to that. And it's pretty much used to be open most of the time. At night time they close it, daytime they always used to put something or take out something. They kept all the things they needed in there. So they played all day, enjoyed and watched the house, and just lots of enjoyment. And then nighttime they ate a lot of good foods which the maids cooked, and then they went to sleep in Jera's beautiful room. And Jera's room had a lot of fun activities to do. They did those. Around 2 a.m., Amina woke up because there was a lot of screaming and crying noise. So that woke her up. As she woke up, she cracked open the door little bit to see what is going on, and she saw there were lots and lots of people, about like 20 men, and this men with big guns, and they were beating up the servants and maids and torturing them, and they were destroying the house and taking anything and everything they could find, and these were like very violent. And she tried to listen what were they saying, and then she heard that they were looking for Jera, and she wanted to kidnap Jera because they heard that Jera came to the country house. And since Jera being such a rich person's daughter, they wanted to kidnap her and then demand money from her father. So as soon as Amina heard that Jera was sound asleep, she quickly woke up Jera, and they quietly went down through the secret path to the storage. Now Jera did not want to go to storage because she was so afraid of the bugs and spiders and all that. But Amina said, no, we have to go there. That is the only place will save our life. Everywhere else they will find us. Amina was very clever. So they went, and inside the storage they went in, and they hide inside big paper boxes, and these paper boxes had a lot of decorative things, home decorative things, and so they hide inside that all the way, even though they know it was full of bugs and spiders and who knows what's in there, but they had no choice to hide there to save their life. Now these men, they looked everywhere. They beat up the servants and maid. They was say, where is Zera? We want to find the businessman's daughter. Where is she? And they tied up the maid, the servants, and they beat them up and tortured them. And they told the maid servants told them that they were in that room sleeping. And they looked everywhere. Then they came down to the storage. As they came down to the storage, they started ransacking the storage, and Zera and Amina was so scared. They were looking from those paper boxes and hearing everything, and paper boxes had holes, so they're just looking, and they saw this huge men with guns ransacking the place, terrorizing everybody. All of a sudden, Zera and Amina was shocked. There was this chandelier which hung in the storage room from the roof. And that chandelier, most of the bulbs are broken. Only one or two bulbs are glowing, which gave very little light, like very bare minimum light. Storage room was most of the time dark at night time. During daytime, the daylight was coming from the windows. And that chandelier from the very high roof came down very low. The chain extended by itself, and then that chandelier violently started shaking and hitting all the men from the front and back. Many men got severely hurt, and the bulbs from the chandeliers were breaking on them and crushing on them, and many of them fell down, got hurt. Whoever could, they ran with their broken hand, broken leg, dragging, and they left everything. And while the chandelier was going like this, it was a man's voice saying, get out of here, get out while I can. And says, get out. If you don't get out of here, I will kill you guys. So get out, get out. So these guys were like so much hurt, and the chandelier kept whacking them from back and front, and there was this very high pitched male voice telling them, get out of my house, if you don't, I'll kill you. And then this man, they dropped everything and they ran away, and some of them even fell down, some of them got heavily injured and had the bleeding head and everything. And then they were gone. They drag each other, and somehow they get out that place and gone. Then Zera and Amina came out, and there were some sofas, covered up sofas, and they didn't bother to go up anymore. They slept over the storage room. They felt much safer over there. And the chandelier went up by itself, and all the broken glasses were came together and went up onto the chandelier, and it was just a totally unbelievable magical sight with Zera and Amina witnessed. They thought they were dreaming. They were pinching each other to see, well, is it real? So then Zera and Amina slowly came under the chandelier and looked up, and then they said, thank you. And then the chandelier, from the chandelier, a loud, high-pitched voice said, you are very welcome. And then they said, Zera and Amina said, thank you so much. for saving our life. Who are you? And then the high-pitched voice said that my name is Rocky. I used to live here. This is my house, my mansion. And then Jira and Amina didn't know what to say, and then they said that, but you live in the chandelier. Are you dead? And to this, the chandelier got very angry, and chandelier started moving from side to side, and he said, no, I'm not dead. I'm still alive. I'm in the chandelier. This is my house. Then Zera and Amina said, oh, you're so sorry. Okay, you're not dead. You're alive. This is your house. We'll just sleep. And then he said, no, you can sleep in the sofa. It's okay. You can sleep here. So they went to sleep. They felt very safe. Next day, their parents heard about this, and the servants and maid servants told them, and the servants were all very much injured with broken hand, neck, everything. And the parents came, and Jera and Amina asked the parents if they could spend one more day. Then the parents stayed there, and they spent one more day and explored, and they went to the storage room, and they were very friendly with Rocky, and Rocky was also very friendly. When Rocky came down, and he was a little sad to tell them that this was his house, and this is still his house, and he died in there due to certain illness. And after that, he was only child. Parents were very sad, and they just sold the house and went away somewhere. So he never saw the parents again, but he stayed there, and he stayed in the storage room in the chandelier, and that's where he finds happiness. So Jera and Amina brought a lot of foods and water and gave it to him, and they become friends, and they will just talk and laugh, and they say, don't worry, we'll keep you companionship, you won't be lonely. And then every time Jera and Amina came back to visit the country house once in a month, they always went and spoke with Rocky and gave him food and played with him. So this was Amina's first sleepover, and this is a sleepover that she will remember forever and ever. And without that friendly ghost Rocky's help, they wouldn't be alive. So thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video, and I will see you with many more. Hi, thank you so much for watching my videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe.